it now turns out that Donald Trump, little teeny weeny Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, the Nazi Stephen Miller, and is it Mark Homan of ICE are all suffering from diarrhea of the mouth, which is similar to what's going around in the rest of the country, but theirs is just limited to what comes out of their mouth. Each of them is saying in their own way that people who are left leaning, and I suppose that means what they consider Democrats or anybody who has any type of empathy or sympathy for people who are poor or sick or needy or need help in any way from society are to be treated as domestic terrorists. Now, we understand that Trump has no guts. He did whatever he could to avoid serving in the military and serving his country, as is true with the rest of his family. But he likes to see blood and blood on the streets, and he likes to see it on American streets because that's who he is. The rest of them just like to spout off this nonsense about left-leaning people, and people are anti-fascist. They're apparently pro-fascist, and that's the way they've decided to live their lives. Last night in a primetime address, Trump talks about having secured confidential information, secret information about the election in 2020. It's all BS because the documents don't prove what he says they prove. In fact, they prove the opposite, that they show that Russia was trying to interfere in the election to help Trump, uh, uh, and that China was involved in looking at our elections, but did nothing to effectuate any type of fraud. But this doesn't bother Trump. He just shoots off his big mouth in a diuretic spewing that means absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, Trump has ordered bombing of civilian infrastructure in Iran. It appears that he's moving towards putting boots on the ground, which is a disaster. It's already a disaster. And the beat goes on with all of them. I think that they're war criminals, not just against Iran, but against our own country here. And there is no cure for the diarrhea that they have. By the way, they got the Republican Congress to pass legislation the other day. Uh, there used to be special designation on credit cards for a merchant that sells guns and ammunition, and it was done after some of the shootings in this country as a way to identify unusually large purchases of weapons or ammunition that would help the government and help the investigations. The Republican Congress did away with that designation, so they're just sold under general merchandise, so you can't track this. Once again, they don't care if there's blood on the streets. It gives Donald Trump, if he was able to have an erection, it gives him one, but it's doubtful that he can. He should be the first person tested for testosterone because he's so out of shape, he wouldn't pass any military physical under any circumstances. Never could, never would, and never will.